Brought to you by Penguin.
Beowulf. Translated and with an introduction by Michael Alexander. Read by Royce Pierreson.
Both for ease of listening and because it contains details of the plot, we've placed the introduction to this Penguin classic at the end of the audiobook.
Listen. We have heard of the thriving of the throne of Denmark, how the folk kings flourished in former days, how those royal athelings earned that glory. Was it not shield chefing that shook the halls, took mead benches, taught encroaching foes to fear him, who found in childhood lacked clothing? Yet he lived and prospered, grew in strength and stature under the heavens, until the clans settled in the sea coasts, neighboring over the whale road. All must obey him and give tribute. He was a good king. A boy child was afterwards born to Scyld, a young child in Hrothgar, a hope for the people sent them by God. The griefs long endured were not unknown to him, the harshness of years without a lord. Therefore, the life-bestowing wielder of glory granted them this blessing. Through the northern lands, the name of Beo, the son of Scyld, sprang widely. For in youth, an atheling should so use his virtue, give with a free hand, while in his father's house, that in old age when enemies gather, established friends shall stand by him and serve him gladly. It is by glorious action that a man comes by honor in any people. At the hour shaped for him, Scyld departed. The hero crossed into the keeping of his lord. They carried him out to the edge of the sea, his sworn arms fellows, as he had himself desired them while he wielded his words. Warden of the Scyldings, beloved folk-founder, long had he ruled. A boat with a ringed neck rode in the haven, icy, out-eager, the atheling's vessel, and there they laid out their lord and master, dealer of wound gold, in the waist of the ship, in majesty by the mast. A mound of treasures from far countries was fetched aboard her, and it is said that no boat was ever more bravely fitted out with the weapons of a warrior, war accoutrement, swords and body armor. On his breast were set treasures and trappings to travel with him on his far faring into the flood's sway. This hoard was not less great than the gifts he had had from those who at the outset had adventured him overseas, alone a small child. High overhead, they hoisted and fixed a gold signum, gave him to the flood, let the seas take him, with sour hearts and mourning mood. Men under heaven's shifting skies, though skilled in counsel, cannot say surely who unshipped that cargo. Then for a long space, there lodged in the stronghold Beowulf the Dane, dear king of his people, famed among nations. His father had taken leave of the land, when late was born to him the Lord Healfdene, lifelong the ruler and war-feared patriarch of the proud Scyldings. He next fathered 4 children that leapt into the world, this leader of armies, Hrothgar and Hrothgar, and Helga the good, and Ursula I have heard, who was Ornella's queen, knew the bed's embrace of the battle Scylfing. Then to Hrothgar was granted glory in battle, mastery of the field. So friends and kinsmen gladly obeyed him, and his band increased to a great company. It came into his mind that he would command the construction of a huge mead hall, a house greater than men on earth ever had heard of, and share the gifts God had bestowed on him upon its floor with folk young and old, apart from public land and the persons of slaves. Far and wide, as I heard, the work was given out in many a tribe over Middle-earth, the making of the mead hall. And as men reckon, the day of readiness dawned very soon for this greatest of houses. Heorot, he named it, whose word ruled a wide empire. He made good his boast, gave out rings, armbands at the banquet. Boldly the hall reared its arched gables, unkindled the torch flame that turned it to...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?